Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. Ed Talks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the day is rising popularity of bite-sized learning, and to express her viewpoints on the same, we have with us Miss Sheba Thapar ma'am, founder director of Sacred Step Experiential Learning School. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, NTAB for getting me on this virtual platform. It's a pleasure to be here and talking about bite-sized learning. Thank you so much.
We are so happy to have you here, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
So, ma'am, let's start off with the session now, shall we?
Absolutely.
So, ma'am, when we talk about bite-sized learning, so what exactly it is? Would you please explain? Yeah.
See, when we're talking about bite-sized learning, it's also called snackable learning. It's the flavor of the season in a landscape of learning. While the millennials are primarily accused of having a shorter attention spans, the problem is universal. Especially what we observe after the 2 years of COVID-19 pandemic, finding new ways to rethink student learning and engagement has paved way for new means of learning. And this is where the bite-sized learning approach came in existence. Now let's think of it as a snacking instead of eating a full meal. Obviously, we need to eat full meals to gain attention or maybe nutrition our body needs. But if you've ever overeaten during dinner, you know that you don't feel great afterwards. This is an apt metaphor for bite sized learning. The idea is to break down the concept into snack sized pieces, such as breaking a list of essential vocabulary in half or separating the steps. Entire project, if it is there, you have to break it into miniature chunks. So, in practice, it's also called the micro learning. So, that bite sized learning is also known as the micro learning, which often takes the form of either short videos or chunks of slides that can be consumed at learners own preferred pace or around a flexible schedule. Now just like a remote work has shifted to allow employees to work around their preferred timings. These days we find that a lot of the office people, they're working, there's a work from home option. So bite-sized learning also allows students to engage with their course concepts at the time that are most effective for them to learn. Well, I feel that rapid, proliferation of mobile devices, shrinking training budgets, and time constraints have changed the way e-learning is designed, developed, and delivered. Traditionally, methods, all these traditional methods which were there have given way to the development of new bite-sized learning. To some, it's a process. What I can just sum it up is that learning through short, easy, accessible, and digestible assets. These can come from variety of formats. When we talk about like videos, games, audio podcasts, short web training demos. And I do feel that undoubtedly the future of e-learning is bite-sized learning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was, a wonderful explain by you what bite-sized learning is. So moving forward, when we talk about, bite-sized learning and what it is, so uh, it is it, can it improve learning attention span, do you think that?
See, of course, when we talk about a young child, when we give him a mobile versus when we give him a book, I'm sure the child would be more attracted towards the mobile. The same way, when we are talking about, and even the research, shows that the average human attention span has reduced to just 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And, this is even less than a goldfish. Now we have to, understand this restless generation of learners who are used to instant gratification and easy access to information. It is impossible for learners to focus on tasks for an extended time without any pause. Like, if you ask my own child, if I talk about him, and if I tell him, do one particular activity, and especially in our schools also, that I've observed that students, they get bored, and they are very much vocal in talking about that, ma'am, now we are bored of this particular activity. So that is very sure that attention span of our students had reduced. Now also, that when we talk about an example, that studies have also shown that extended period of 60 to 90 minutes to focus, our alertness decreases. Now during this time, people often feel that you might have seen, when it is the examination time, when we are revising for our exams, we get up, sometimes we sit at a place, then we move around, and because we are burning out our attention span at that moment. And learners operate best with a consistent and recurrent pattern of activity and rest. This is where bite-sized e-learning modules often achieve their best results. Also, I was just going through a study, this instructional specialist with the name of Abrina, which says that, physiologically, your neurons are keen to alert for not more than 20 consecutive minutes. Now, at the end of these 20 minutes, your neurons have gone from full-fledged alert to a total collapse. And it takes 2 to 3 minutes for those neurons to be, completely recovered and back to the total alert state. Now, we are talking about the micro learning or bite-sized learning. Now, for it, this learning is focusing on, break down a major subject or a course, as I've already mentioned, into tiny micro chunks that are even dispersed for students with breaks. So students are, able to grasp whatever subjects that they need to revise in these particular, having a break time, and then a little bit of the audio or a video. And the idea being that instead of killing the engagement and motivation with overly lengthy lectures, the micro chunks are more easily processed, and the student engagement remains higher throughout the course. So, as per the question, the attention span definitely improves, what I feel. And but I was also going through that, yet there are some studies which are yet to confirm that scientifically the attention span is improved, and there would be figures where the scientists are still researching on that. But then when we talk about that attentiveness, definitely when we talk about child being shown a video or a podcast, I think that attention span, definitely when we observe our students, we see that there's a change. There's a very positive change. They are more alert. They are more attentive in the classrooms. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So when you just told us the benefits, the advantages of bite-sized learning. So moving forward, ma'am, do you think this bite-sized learning looks promising to you?
So, to be very honest, I think we are living in a world where information is running very fast. Every time that we turn our phone or a computer, every time we connect on the internet, we get a new piece of information about something. And all that information shapes our way of thinking also, the way we behave, and so on. Now, I do believe that bite-sized learning addresses a very important problem. That is, a lot of people they face today. And, that is a lack of free time, the distractions of everyday life. They are there. We see every family having a mobile in their hand, and they're all, there's so much of distraction if you compare it to the past life, where we used to believe that there used to be a lecture, students used to come to the classroom, they used to interact with socially, they used to interact with each other in a live platform. Now I think that life has gone away, and I feel that students and even the adults are more keen to have a mobile and have a social networking done through that. And people of all ages, they want to spend their free time doing some fun and easy things. Now, old school classes, they were time consuming, and they find the current generation, I feel they do find it very tiring also.
Yeah.
And no one likes to go through them anymore. With bite-sized learning, I do feel that people can modify their classes as they desire. And this learning has often, it's also proven to be more effective when it comes to the actual result. I feel learners appear to learn faster, easier, better. And I do feel that bite-sized learning is making the learning process easy and fun, which was lacking, in these traditional classes. Learners of all ages respond better, seeing as they are thinking about these classes, a fun way to spend their free time and learn something new. And as rightly asked by you, that it promises a plethora of benefits. It's quick to develop. It drives a better engagement. So I feel that, and also that it's much more economical. When sitting in a class and we are just having our lectures done through the a video podcast or an audio podcast that we are doing. So I think that is where it's more economical, it's more scalable, it provides a customized experience to learner. Sometimes I feel that teacher can connect one-on-one to the student. It's actionable and ensures a but better retention, and that transfer of learning is there. I do feel that this learning is here to stay in this world, and as the world moves towards more agile and digital ways, be it in advertising, be it in a format like in sports, be it in entertaining sector or maybe a learning sector, I feel that attitude and philosophy to deal with the shrinking attention of mankind owing to the saturation of the options that we have today. I think that's all I could say about the question that you asked about whether the bite-sized promises. I do feel that yes, it does. It do look very promising to the current generation, which are of millennials, where their attention span is very less. They are more distracted. I think we can give them an option to study at their own pace,
Yeah.
and that's what bite-sized learning is all about. Thank you.
So, ma'am, as you just, guided us a lot about bite-sized learning. So, can we consider bite-sized learning as, the future of e-learning?
Definitely, I do feel that too. Because I think more of a the effort and the I think thanks to the COVID also, that we had explored various means of learning which were not even found in the past,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of experimenting that the institutions have also started with. So we started with the online platform learning, and I do feel that we are talking about a format of bite-sized learning. Definitely, it will benefit learners, because we need to move with time. I think we need to move with what the current generation is all about. We need to think about their aptitude and their likes and dislikes. So I do feel that bite-sized learning is all about that. Yes.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today. It was, a very informative session with you. I hope you enjoyed it too.
Absolutely. It was fun, and it was really a pleasure to connect with you. Thanks to NTAP for being with me on the online
Thank you
campus.
so much,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
again. And for all the viewers watching us out, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Pleasure. Thank you. Bye bye.